artist? Are you part of a band? Would you like a free 30-second airtime promo? Well, hit us up here at Smile Radio. Get in touch. Ritchie.Johnston, RITCHIE.JOHNSTON at smileradio.co. Record a promo, mention Smile Radio, and the airtime is yours, free of charge. Now hit us up, drop your promo, and now back to the music. Calling all gamers, come on down, Thursday nights, it's the GameboyZ here on Smile Radio from 9pm, bringing the mix of talk about TV and film, gaming, and of course a great selection of undiscovered, unsigned, independent music from the featured artists here at Smile Radio. It's every Thursday night, it's the GameboyZ from 9pm, and don't forget if you miss a show, you can always catch it again on demand. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and all great podcasting sites. Check us out at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Now back to some more great music here on Smile Radio.
Holy e-bike gum, lads! Holy superb indie music variety! Oh, but hang on. No, wait a minute. This is the Ritchie J Show! Holy Yorkshire Puds! And I'm indie recording artist Jerry Hall, coming live at you from Wakefield, Yorkshire, England, on Smile Radio. And we're set to go with some of the most superb and diverse independent music from across the globe. Holy gobs, culture, cowpats! Holy teabags and crumpets! Holy blimminack, and let's get on with it. So without further ado, here's your host of the show, Mr. Ritchie J.
Yes, thank you. Welcome to the Ritchie J Show here on Smile Radio. Not alone today, I've got my main man, Jonathan Edwards, joining me in the arena today here at Smile. How you doing, Jonathan? He's there somewhere, but we've lost him for a second. He'll be back in a minute. But hey, I'm not alone. I'm not having a moment.
You there, Ritchie?
Yeah, there we go. He can't hear me. But hey, bear with us just a sec. A few technical difficulties. You know how it goes here at Smile Radio. But we'll get him into the mix very, very shortly. But yeah, we're going to kick off today with a bit of Jerry Hall.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, hello Johnny. Welcome. In fact, we'll give Johnny his moment. We had like a little bit of a technical moment. We couldn't actually hear you there for a second. But yeah, welcome to the Ritchie J Show today here on Smile Radio, Jonathan Edwards. Good to have you with me, talking about featured artists.
Here as always.
Oh yeah, you know, it's not a show without a few technical difficulties, and we've had a few kicking off right now, but hey, we've all fixed them. I figured out that I've been streaming my music to my Xbox this morning, so when I couldn't hear the music in the background, I was like, where's the music in the background? And it turns out it was playing on my Xbox this whole time, so yeah. Great technical difficulties, you know the way that it goes here at Smile Radio. Now you're listening to the sound of Jerry Hull in the background right there. We've got one of his coming up this afternoon here on the Ritchie J Show. It's a brand new exclusive. It's called Life of the Party. Now Jerry Hull, I've got to give this guy the kudos he deserves. He's a great little chap, is Jerry. You know, I spoke to him a few times. He's got the charms of Matthew McConaughey. He's got the voice of like a musical genius. You know, he's like wasting his talent just doing music. He needs to write his musical and get it on Broadway. That's what I'm saying. Jerry's my man. Big up Jerry Hull. But yeah, we've got his new song coming up here on Smile Radio this afternoon. Not only that, we've got some unscripted banter with me and Johnny. You know how it goes. We're going to be talking about games, TV, random factoids, stuff like that. And yeah, it's just a all-round Smile Radio party here with the boys this afternoon on the one, the only Smile Radio. So yeah, if you've got a request in the mix this afternoon, you know, obviously drop it in. Hit us up at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3 on Twitter and Instagram. I'm having a few technical difficulties with Johnny again. Can't seem to hear him in my left ear, in my right ear. I can hear him in my left ear, can't hear him in my right ear, yeah. It's going to be one of those days, I think, bud. So yeah, I'm going to work on getting Johnny into the mix very shortly. We're going to have Jerry Hall coming up very soon. Next up is, the first song of the day, I should say, is Call of the Highway, and this is by Primal. They actually got in contact with me, asked me to give them a spin, and yeah, here we go. Primal, Call of the Highway. We've got some featured artists coming up this afternoon here on the Ritchie J and John E. I'll just call you John E. Johnny Show here on Smile Radio.
I
Welcome back there. That was our first song of the day, kicking off the featured artist show here at Smile Radio. That was the fabulous Primal Maze. Go give them a check out. I've just tagged them on our Facebook page. So yeah, drop in and give them a listen and that. So yeah, hopefully this time when I go back in, I've got Jonathan Edwards with me. How are we doing, the one, the only Jonathan Edwards? I've got him. He's back. He's here. Yeah, you're kind of here. You're kind of a little bit quiet, so I think I've got to fiddle a little bit. Keep trying. Talk to me, Johnny.
You like fiddling, don't you?
Why have you got to be like that? You know, it's so early in the day. This is the family-friendly show on Smile Radio. It's all about the featured artist this afternoon. So come on, drop on in. If you do have a request, drop it in the mix. You know, we're all open for requests. We're open for banter as well. We're live on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. On Twitter and Instagram, we're live on at Smile Radio 3. Well, we're not live on those two just yet. You know, I'm working on that slowly, one step at a time here. You know, it's been a busy weekend. Pretty forgettable, but a busy weekend. I know it's been bank holiday here in the UK. I didn't really get up to much. I was kind of working on the merchandise line for Smile Radio. I got sick of seeing all these t-shirts by the end of the weekend. I was like, if I have to design another t-shirt, I'm going to go to the t-shirt company and rip them all up. But yeah, they do. So yeah, if you fancy checking out the t-shirts and stuff, head over to our website www.smileradio.co, where it says welcome to Smile. There's a little drop down tab and you can see merchandise on there. You know, have a couple with us, have a couple with the GameboyZ, which is me, Johnny, sometimes Jam, a little bit of Rhine Leader. You know, that's the best way to describe us, isn't it? You know, sometimes Jam, a little bit of Rhino. You know,
the only constant is me and you.
I know. Is that a good thing though?
But then again, it's the whole reason, isn't it?
I know. Now, my main man, Jonathan Edwards, he's also live on Mixer right now, The Lost Huntsman. He's playing a bit of Battlefield 5 at the moment. Or if you look at his stream, it's Batfell 5. You know, he's there on his most famous 18+ stream. I'm not sure whose fault that is that he's got an 18+ stream, but yeah, he has got an 18+ stream. So yeah, watch out for that one, innit? You know? So yeah, what did you?
Probably Jams and Ryan's.
Yeah, maybe a dash of me. I'm gonna take some responsibility on that. But you know, I'm throwing you some hype out there today. So you know, if you're a mixer or you're a gamer and you're listening to this right now, throw Johnny some hype. You know, whatever that is. I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I'm that old. I don't actually understand hype anymore. I'm like, what is this hype that you talk of? Back in my day, hype was like bigging up somebody. Now I'm sending stickers to you with faces on. What is this all about? What is the welcome to? You know. But
it's falling apart, mate.
It is. It's
showing your age.
I am.
You
know, I'm turning 36 this year and that, right? And really, it's not like the countdown to 40 anymore. It's kind of like the countdown to 60 because it's only like 20. Oh my god, it's like 24 years away until I'm like proper old. You know, until I'm really old and fat and I can be all racist and prejudiced against everything because I've had my time here and I can afford that luxury. You know, but. Hey, when I'm 60, maybe if I'm that racist and prejudiced and stuff, I could run for president of the USA. We'll have to see, eh? So anyway, Johnny, what have you been up to this weekend, my man? Talk to me.
Working pretty much, sadly.
Exciting life, isn't it, that we all lead here at Smile Radio? Yeah. You know, we have real lives as well as like you know, other lives as well. You know, but hey, show some support, buy a t-shirt, because then, you know, we could do this all the time and, you know, annoy you 24/7 but with great music thrown in between. Speaking of, I'm going to play some of my main man Jerry Hole right now here on the featured artist show on Smile Radio. It's a new track that he's dropped us in. If I can find it, it's not working this afternoon for some reason. Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong thing again. You know, I'm having a moment, Johnny. I'm having a moment, and yeah, it's
Mr. Enthusiastic.
It's not. It is a proper over-enthusiasm. Anyway, this is a new one from my main man Jerry Hole. You gotta check him out. The most American guy you'll ever meet in Hull. A Tennessee gentleman at heart. You know, he's been writing music for years. He's also a featured artist here on Smile Radio, which you can be. Drop us an email if you're an indie artist, indie band. Let us know who you are. Let us know where we can find you and sort of support you and where you're playing and what your music is. And yeah, we'll get you featured here on the Smile Radio Featured Artist Show as well as on our website, which you can see the links to that'll be popping up slowly on the Facebook Live while we're playing Life of the Party by my main man, Jerry Hole.
Life stands so still.
No, the first time I met you, you stood out like a sore thumb, out in the middle, not really hard to find. Second time I saw you, it was like you hungered for attention, you really let go. you just lost your mind. The next thing you know, you jump up on table strip dancing like a hoochie coochie mama, like a Hawaiian hula dancer. Could not believe my eyes when you looked at me. I tell her, you still think that you're the life of the party. You still think you're getting something other than you see. You always think that you're the life of the party. Celebrating the commotion of Freya. Well, I saw you today in the lunch break department. You said you think that you're still the life of the party. Could you chill out and live just like all the broken hearted? Satisfaction, girl, and guarantee. Remember that time you were at the beach? You stood out like a sore thumb, out in the middle, not really hard to find. The crowd was chill, but you became thrilled. It's like you hunger for attention, you really let go. You just lost your mind. The next thing you know, you were jogging down the sand, just a streaking like a hoochie coochie mama, like a Hawaiian hula dancer. Could not believe my eyes when you looked at me. I tell her, you still think that you're the life of the party. You still think you're getting something other than you see. You always think that you're the life of the party. Celebrating the commotion of Freya. Well, I saw you today in the lunch break department. You said you think that you're still the life of the party. Could you chill out and live just like all the broken hearted? Satisfaction, girl, and guarantee. You still think that you're the life of the party. You still think you're getting something other than you see. You always think that you're the life of the party. Celebrating the commotion of Freya.
Hey, you want to submit us some new music here at Smile Radio? If you're an independent artist or part of an indie band, drop me an email, Ritchie, R-I-T-C-H-I-E, .Johnston, Johnston, at smileradio.co. Drop us an email with a bio, let us know a little bit about you, where we can hear your music, where we can catch you live and see you playing. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, because it's all about growing that global audience. So yeah, here's some more great independent music here on Smile Radio, the home of the best new music, independent artists, featured artists from around the world, and great entertainment. So, you know, stay tuned. Great stuff coming up. This is your Smile Radio.
If you're looking for custom-made curtains and blinds, get yourself down to the Curtain Shop. Visit our showrooms at Kingsway Ossett or High Street Normanton. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, go to the Curtain Shop. And if you mention Smile Radio, you'll qualify for free lining for all custom-made curtains. The Curtain Shop, Kingsway Ossett and High Street Normanton. The Curtain Shop.
Welcome back to the Unsigned Featured Artist Show here at Smile Radio. This afternoon, it's Tuesday, though it kind of, I've got to admit, it feels like Monday to me. I mean, I'm going to bring Johnny back in now. You got to admit though, Johnny, it does feel like Monday, right?
It does have a Monday feeling.
I've got, honestly, like today I've been proper slack it, like lagging. I woke up this morning. I wasn't lagging, I woke up at 6 this morning. Thought it was later than what it was, stumbled around for a bit, and then come downstairs, and Danny was down there, and I was like, oh, hey, Danny, how are you? You off to work now? And she's like, yeah, it's only 6. So I was like, all right, okay, cool. So I went off to bed. Got up at about 9 with Jake, made him some breakfast. He's got a thing at the moment. He's eating porridge and raisins. He's like, because they're reading the 3 Bears at school, he now thinks he's one of the 3 Bears. I ain't got the like, you know, to tell him that what bears means in modern terminology, but you know, it's cool. Whatever.
Which one does he want to be?
Whichever.
That's the question.
That's the thing. Whatever he wants to be, man. I'm always going to support him, just as long as he's not racist or hateful. You know, that's the only thing I can go against. You know, he's like, that's the only point. I'm like, he's gone Darth Vader.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to, you know, deal with it. But hey, anyway, alright, you're listening to the Featured Artist Show on Smile Radio. Right now you're listening to Ed Singer in the background, and this is his song Oceans. You can check out more about Ed Singer on our website, www.smileradio.co/featured artist. We've got some great new featured artists coming into the mix this week at Smile. We're having a bit of a shuffle around at the moment, like, you know, because we're still sort of like, we're about, you know what, it's a year. It was a year yesterday since I've done my first, since I kicked off the servers at Smile and started the first live show. I looked at my Facebook timeline.
Has it really been that long?
It feels longer, I know. But no, it's been a year now since we've done like the first live shows at Smile Radio. We officially launched on July 1st, so we're not quite a year old yet, but I was doing all like the little test broadcasts and that, and I went back and I listened to one the other day. My God, I sounded awful. Like I've obviously brushed up my skills a lot more because I've kind of learned everything from scratch and that. So yeah, please, whatever you do, don't go back and listen to them older shows. They're terrible. I'll tell you that. Listen to the newer ones where we've got like, we've got special effects and everything thrown into the mix.
Even worse.
Oh mate, I wouldn't even talk about them guys. But anyway, if you're fancying looking absolutely dapper, get yourself over to our new improved Smile Radio merchandise store. We've got some great merch on sale at the moment right now, which is going towards supporting the station. I've been busy designing t-shirts, mugs. I'm doing some key rings. I might even do a car mat if there's enough of a request for it this week. So yeah, you know, we're looking at
our faces on your floor.
That's it. Stamp on us all you want. Yeah, you know, stamp on my face 24/7 in your car here at Smile Radio. You know, but yeah, we have got some great merchandise on offer now, and all the proceeds do actually go towards improving Smile Radio, from stuff like equipment to being able to cover live events, and in the end, hopefully, doing our own, like, you know, live music festival with independent artists from around the world. You know. Smile Fest 20 something to be decided, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to get there with it. We want to be doing it. We're going to be going, the thing is, we're going to be hitting Live Fields, which is a cover festival in July the 13th, over here in Leeds. It's run by the Live Rooms, where we was at on Friday. We got to catch a couple of bands, the Northern Riots and the Supermarket somethings. I forgot who they are, I'm really sorry. I'll find out who they are. But yeah, you know, you can... Yeah, well, you won't be able to go check this one out because we had a few technical difficulties, unfortunately. But you can go check out our previous live show at the Live Rooms, where we played with the Hijack. We didn't actually play with them because, you know, we're not that, like, amazing just yet. We don't actually play the music. Unless you're the Codfather, he plays a bit of the guitar and stuff, but, you know. Go check it out. It's on Podbean, it's on Spotify.
You're lucky if you got one chord from me.
Hey, to be fair, mate, I can play the violin, you know. It's been a few years, but I can actually play the violin. I used to be a grade 4 violinist, and I love playing it. And then it got to the point where I discovered women, and it kind of went out the window at that point. My attention was, like, too far gone. You know, I was one of these kids. A James Harrington, as you will.
Just enough attention for one thing, eh?
That's it, you know. I'm a man, I've only got attention span for one thing. I can't multitask, you know, what's that all about? But hey. Right, we're going to have some more great music coming up now here on Smile Radio. Another one of the featured artists of 2019. They've just released a brand new song, so yeah, go check them out. Indie Butterfly's Dream. This one is called A Peace of Mind. They sent us this over this week, just to let us know that they've got a new one dropping. Go check it out. It's now playing on Smile Radio Featured Artist playlist, as well as here on the Featured Artist Show. We're going to give them a play right now. Go check them out. Indie Butterfly's Dream.
Wake up and smell the coffee. Now glad when I can say you will join me on my way. There's no good end of blind alley, my friend, I see. It's the legend of the one-eyed man as king. That won't be me. If our side comes from the heart, it's the ending, it's a start. I'm so glad when I can say I can see you clear as day. There's no good end of blind alley, my friend, I see. It's the legend of the one-eyed man as king. That won't be me. Some strange vision of the truth. Don't bury yourselves in forgotten youth. In the gloom from the side of a crowded room, I'm happy to say I see you clear as day. If our sight comes from the heart, it's the ending, it's a start. I'm so glad when I can say I can see you clear as day. I'm so happy I can say I can see you clear as day. I'm so happy I can say I can see you clear as day. I'm so happy I can say I can see you clear as day.
Yes, that one there was the Baby Johnsons and Light on the Water. Before that we had a bit of, sorry, that was Clear as Day from the EP Light as on the Water. Before that was the Astounds with Crusade Estates. It was only a short one, it was only 59 seconds long there. And then before that was Indie Butterfly's Dream and Peace of Mind. You're listening to the Featured Artist Show. It's Smile Radio. It's Tuesday. I'm losing my days already. I can't believe this. I'm with Jonathan Edwards. He's currently, you know,
1 minute, it's Monday, then it's Wednesday. What's next, Friday?
well, we can only hope on a Friday. You know, I can't actually wait for Friday already this week. It's been a long week already, and it's only really kicked off today. You know, I had a lazy weekend and that. I slept through most of Saturday because my fibromyalgia has been playing me on something chronic and that. So I ended up sleeping through Saturday, waking up and playing on the Xbox a little bit Sunday, designing some t-shirts and that. And then Monday I was like, right, I'm gonna get this store going. We're gonna release this store. Right? Got the store going, half asleep and that, and then I kind of rested through the day. But I kind of watched that new Ted Bundy film that's on Sky Cinema, the one that's in cinemas at the moment. Because Sky has a habit at the moment, they're releasing films as they're in the cinema. And it's the one with Zac Efron. I don't know if you've heard about the kick-off about it and stuff, like people saying how it kind of sexualizes Ted Bundy, getting someone like Zac Efron to play him. And it's like Efron himself said he had reservations about playing the role because the guy is a monster, man. He was found guilty of the murder of over 30 women, and that's just what they're estimating, man. There could be more out there than that. But yeah, I watched the film, and it's told from the point of view of his then long-term girlfriend, and it's a really interesting take because I didn't find that it did that. I found that he was very sort of like how Bundy was apparently come off like he was a charming, gentlemanly, sort of cocky, by-shore sort of person. But at no point did I think, wait, that Bundy's sexy, man. And I was like, dude, if I was in a room with that guy, I'd be leaving the room, you know. And they don't really show any of the murders or anything like that. And you can hear how popular The Lost Huntsman is this afternoon, you know. Go check him out on Mixer. But yeah, it was a decent little film, and you know, I wouldn't say it's sort of it doesn't glorify Bundy, it doesn't make him look good or anything like that. it is what it is. It's just, it's very dark, and you know, I felt more for the long-term girlfriend, because at one point it's revealed that she actually like called the police about him in his early days. She had her suspicions about him, but like they said, nah, he's got the wrong model of car, don't worry about it, and that kind of put her at ease. But if you think about it, there's like the guilt that comes with that, because you know you could have put that dude away years and years and years ago, and that sort of explores that side of it, that she felt really guilty about the fact that she held on to, like, she could have put him away back then, and like it could have ruined his life if he was innocent and that. But no, she did the right thing, and at the end of the day, that guy's a monster who did inevitably get what he deserved. Unfortunately, it cost the lives of many women in the process, but it's worth checking out. It's based on a book. I can't remember the actual name of the film. I will come back to you with that one, but yeah, go check it out. It's on Sky Cinema now, if you're a Sky Cinema user, or you can actually go check it out in the cinema. See, I've done a film review this week. I'm proper on the ball today. You know, with it. So,
He is.
I know.
Europass.
Right, another new band now. This is Rock Narcotic by The Rift.
can see behind your eyes, the pain, the hurt, the girl that cries inside and hides away from life. Alone again, another night spent on your own, no end in sight. You fight your fears, hold back your tears again, so let me in. Turn all the lights out now and take my hands. I'll help you to forget about all the things that you've been through. I know you need me now. I've seen it in your face. In my arms, you'll find your place. Believe in me, I am the one to pull you through, to make you strong enough so you can carry on. Close your eyes and take my hand. I'm going to help you understand just why the hell I need you here. You whispered in my ear. Turn all the lights out now and take my hands. I'll help you to forget about all the things that you've been through. I know you need me now. I've seen it in your face. In my arms, you'll find your place. Trust in me, I know I'll take you there. Trust in me, let me show you that I care. Turn all the lights out now and take my hands. I'll help you to forget about all the things that you've been through. I know you need me now. I've seen it in your face. In my arms, you'll find your place.
That one there was Time of the Mouth. Welcome back, and that one was Tears. This is your featured artist show. This is Smile Radio this afternoon here on, Smile Radio. Forgetting where I'm at, even though I just said it. I'm not alone today. I'm with my main man, the Jonathan Edwards, the Lost Huntsman, currently playing on Mixer. He's having a really poor game of he's not having a great game of Battlefield 5. So if you're on Xbox One right now, which somewhere in the world someone's listening that should be, if you're not, come on, get yourself an Xbox One. What are you waiting for? Join him on Battlefield 5. He's going under Lost Huntsman, not the Lost Huntsman. Lost Huntsman. No, I do think the Lost Huntsman kind of has more of an edge to it. It's like the Batman, isn't it? You're missing out on a real opportunity there with that bird.
Yeah. I know. Probably should have.
Yeah, you should
But
have.
in my head, everyone adds the Lost Huntsman anyway, so it's fine.
I know, it's like when I'm doing GameboyZ, our Facebook page is GameboyZ of Smile, hint hint, but every time I go to type it in, it's always the GameboyZ of Smile. It's like, duh. But yeah, that's how we are, that's how we roll. Anyway, featured artist show here at Smile Radio.
Only.
We've got more featured artists coming up this afternoon. We're already at 1:45. Can you believe that? The first 40 minutes of the show's pretty much over and done with. It does, mate. Trust me. I'm not used to it. I'm really not used to it, and I'm really not. It's been a while since I've been properly on air because I've been sort of busy working on the website, t-shirts, merchandise, hint hint, again, everything like that to just try and make Smile Radio that little bit better. In the background, Richard Harrison, he's been busy working with the live rooms of Clark Heaton, sorting out the Live Fields Festival. We might also be at Rock the Point on August 10th in Berwick upon Tweed. Another great event to go catch up on. We actually was there last year, and that one is available on Podbean, and you should go back and check that out because we caught some great bands there. that are still rocking out to this very day. So yeah,
I listened to that podcast a little. I wish I could have been there.
Oh mate, hopefully this year, your Game Boys get together and we'll get one of them special box of cakes and broadcast live.
That
and
feeling when you drove past and all like, I'm near you.
I know, I could have waved out the window.
Because I was stuck at work.
To be fair, I did kind of wave out the window, but there was only 2 fingers in that wave, so yeah. See you, Johnny, haha. But yeah, you know how it goes. Right, another new song here. Next one, this is called AdBlue, and it's by a band called Feet. This is featured artist Freya.
Learning how to breathe again, relax my mind and feel again. Learning how to laugh again, so hard I just lost my mind, breathing through my aches and pains. I will never ever worry again. Breathing through my aches and pains. I will never ever worry again. Don't you worry, 'cause everything it is alright. Keep your heart close to the lovers in life. It's a funny thing that me and John tell you I started feeling so blue. It's a funny thing that me and John find out why you choose these feelings you do. If you give them one day to just spend your ways, and just sit and think about the things you ain't done, and you on the run into some assumption life has stopped. If you give it one day, I'd just spend your ways. Would you sit and think about the things you ain't done? If you on the run into some assumption life has stopped. It's a funny thing that me and John tell you. It's a funny thing that me and John tell you. Hey. It's a funny thing that me and John tell you. It's a funny thing that me and John tell you. Hey.
You're just some buns and patties, but I love you so much.
Welcome back. Sorry about that. Little bit of a technical issue there with that one. Yeah, that was Freya Roy, featured artist there, Breathe. You can go check her out on our website, www.smileradio.co/featured artist, and that is Freya Roy. Welcome back. It's the featured artist show here at Smile Radio with myself and the main man, Jonathan Edwards of the GameboyZ of Smile. So, like, you know, we've been talking about the merchandise side of things this week, and I'm trying to get you to buy some. So, what's the first thing that you're going to buy off of the old merch then, Johnny?
It's gotta be the hoodie.
You really?
Really love the hoodie.
I'm going to go with the mugs, mate. I'm all about the mugs, mate. You know, just so I can...
You are a mug,
What you got to be like that for? I'm not that much of a mug.
man.
I am what I am, you know, as Popeye would say. I am's what I am.
That's why we like you, Richie.
That's it. It's the magic of Ritchie Johnston. What can I say? But yeah, stay tuned this afternoon. We got Britpop Brigade at 3 o'clock with that dude Farnsey Kensington McGee. He's bringing you some best Britpop, Brit rock, all the best British music. Then at 4 o'clock you got the drive time with Rich Harrison. 6 p.m. tonight you've got the Undiscovered playlist. And we've got the featured artists going out from 8 o'clock tonight, so you can catch up with some of the great featured artists without the technical difficulties from 8 p.m, you know. But if you did miss any of this show and you would like to catch it again on demand, feel free, www.smileradio.co/on-demand, also available on Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and all great podcasting sites. So yeah, what's your favourite podcasting site, Johnny?
Spotify. I use it for everything.
You're the Spotify man, ain't you? That's it. He's gone all Spotify crazy. You can't get enough of that Spotify love. But yeah, if you're looking for us on Spotify, it's at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Our show will be on there between 3 and 5 o'clock, somewhere like that. So yeah, can't give you a specific time.
Somewhere around
Because
there.
it just happens when it happens, yeah. So yeah, but you can catch us again on Thursday with the GameboyZ, talking gaming, TV, film, and playing some great music in the background as well, as all unscripted banter, as the great shows are here at Smile Radio. Coming up into hour 2 of the show, we're going to have some more great music here with the featured art show at Smile Radio. Plus, we're going to have a look for some Crackoid Factoids, because it's been a while since I've done that, and, you know, having someone to discuss them with. We'll talk...
This should be funny.
Yeah, yeah, so we'll find one of these, and we'll have a little discussion about some Crackoid Factoids. Coming up in hour 2. So on that note, I probably should go to a word from some of our sponsors here at Smile Radio. Don't forget though, if you're a small independent business and you would like to get involved with us here at Smile Radio, email Richard Harrison. It's richard@smileradio.co. Now come check out some of our sponsors.
College Grove Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmoor Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
If you're looking for custom-made curtains and blinds, get yourself down to the Curtain Shop. Visit our showrooms at Kingsway Ossett or High Street Normanton. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, go to the Curtain Shop. And if you mention Smile Radio, you'll qualify for free lining for all custom-made curtains. The Curtain Shop, Kingsway Ossett and High Street Normanton. The Curtain Shop.
Yes, welcome back to Smile Radio. Time for some more music now. Next up on the list today is Bad Bug, and this is Australia.
Creatures lie in the sand. The desert plain will melt your brain. I'll see you there in time to dream again. It's crazy, the streets are poison. I gotta get past your horizon. I just wanna go to Australia. And this world ain't around much longer. There's no way to run the ponder. I just wanna go to Australia. I love dance through heat. I wanna feel that license leaving jungle rain inside my veins. Upon the good beat, I will rain. The smell, the taste, vibrations that I so chase. The darker planet like got some trophy case. Well, I've heard of a land so big and grand, where strange creatures lie in the sand. The desert plain will melt your brain. I'll see you there in time to dream again. It's crazy, the streets are poison. I gotta get past your horizon. I just wanna go to Australia. And this world ain't around much longer. There's no way to round the ponder. I just wanna go to Australia.
Australia there, that was by Bad Bug. Great little catchy tune was that. I was proper nodding my head along to it as I was listening to it. Right, welcome back. It's the Game Boys, me and Jonathan Edwards. Missing the other two here this afternoon with a featured artist show on Smile Radio, playing you the best featured independent artists from around the world for the next hour or so. So we've got an hour left of the show, Johnny. It's already sort of like whiz by to that point where we've got 1 hour left of the show. So usually at this point, I do the crack.com, and today, because I've got company, we can discuss these and open them up a little bit more. So today's one is
Let's do it.
how these 29 celebs lost you as a fan forever. Again, courtesy of America's funny site, crack.com. At number 29, this writer puts, I had mad respect for Jay-Z until I heard he'd cheated on his wife. I know he's only human, but how the hell do you cheat on Beyonce? To be fair, he is only. She said it in that statement. He is only human. You know, he's gonna. You know, it's one of those, isn't it? It's not. It's not really when it comes to the music. It's kind of not about the person, is it? You know, I mean, there's a couple of cases that's exception to that rule. You know, I mean, there's a couple of severe cases that are exception to that rule now these days. But yeah, it's Jay-Z, man. He's had quite a few good tunes, you know. At number 28, the entrant here writes, I was a long-time fan of Terry Crews until I learned about his hardline anti-porn stance. Terry's Crews' quote on this is, women, you need to be fearless. You need to confront your man about this problem. You cannot accept any pornography in your life. And the writer then puts, needless to say, if that was disheartening to learn that he was so close-minded and puritanical. I don't know, what's your thoughts on that, Johnny? You know, it's one of those taboo subjects really still, isn't it? Is old pornography.
To be honest, like, if he's in a relationship, is there really need for it?
Well, it's one of those, isn't it? You know, like, people get crazy sometimes.
I mean, unless you're watching it together, of course. But...
Listen to the voice of youth right there. There's the 20-year-old impression on it. Mine's kind of like, well, it's there, it's available, people get paid for it. It's a business at the end of the day. It's one of those. It's not like people doing the videos against their own will. They get paid on those videos. Now, the ones where it's obviously a case that no one's getting paid for that video, I can't agree with that. But it's an income that people support. They get regular health checks out of it. You know, it's quite a safe industry to work in. I mean, again, exceptions to the rule. There are exceptions to the rule in everything in life these days. But yeah, it's one of these. It's a job at the end of the day. It's a job that people do. I mean, and some people,
it is, yeah.
And they're not kind of forced into it. They choose to do that. You know, and it's a choice. If you choose to do something, it doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. It's your choice to do that. At the end of the day, that's what the whole essence of what free will is all about, right? Anyway, at number 27, I used to absolutely love Jeffrey Tambor for being so funny and intense, but now I blame him for the cancellation of The Brilliant Transparent, a show which features characters and stories about people in the trans and LGBTQ community, thanks to accusations that he sexually harassed women while starring in it. Yeah, that was a big one. That was part of the, that all came out at the time the Harvey Weinstein thing and Louis C.K. thing came out. But I mean, you gotta be honest, that Louis C.K.'s kind of bounced his career back from, like, doing what he did to being back on stage again. And Jeffrey Tambor, he was recently back in the rest of season 5 of Arrested Development. You know, he's kind of admitted what he's done is wrong, and yeah, it was very wrong. And the accusations kind of fly out there. It's one of those, there's a lot of accusations sort of flying around, and a grain of truth lies within every sort of lie in that, you know what I mean? And a lot of them you can kind of look at and you think they're guilty.
At this point, there's so many flying around. It's like, can you believe them all?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because it does seem to have got to the point now.
It has escalated.
Where,
I mean,
every single person has something flying around about them.
We're kind of touching on touchy grounds here right now because we're men talking about this subject and that, and it is really open for women to discuss. And at the end of the day, I believe that there are victims.
I mean, don't get me
that,
wrong. The ones that have done it.
They deserve
shouldn't do it. Yeah. I'm not supporting them.
They deserve all the punishment that they get. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it's just hard, isn't it? Anyway, let's cut to some music. This is Wild Horse, featured artist on Smile Radio, and this is Impossible Words. Kind of ironic talking about what we just talked about, eh?
I need you next to me tonight. With every night that passes by, without you, all around the world, people feel the same way. All these other girls got nothing on you. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, it gets clearer. So if I give my all to you, you're out to me. 'Cause and you're the one to blame. All you do is hypnotize me, baby. At 10 past 9. So if I give my all to you, will you give me all to me? 'Cause every time I feel like it's impossible. Why do we pretend? 'Cause I can't believe how much the night has changed you. So please help me. If I give my all to you, will you give your all to me? If I give my all to you, oh, if I give my all to you, baby, if I give my all to you, 'cause every time I feel like it's impossible. Yeah.
That was the Great Wild Horse, West Yorkshire based band as well, you know, so yeah, another one of the great featured artists. Now, again, if you're an indie band or you're an indie artist and, you know, you want to get your music featured here on Smile Radio, drop me an email, Ritchie, RITCHIE.Johnston, JOHNSTON, at smileradio.co. Drop us a bio, let us know what you're all about, send us your music, and yeah, we'll get you featured on the website. Now you have to bear with, because it is that, you know, we've got quite a few to get through and stuff, but we accept all entries. We get through them as quick as we can, and you know, that's what it's all about. Right, now I'm bringing back my main man, Jonathan Edwards, this afternoon, joining me here with a featured artist show on Smile Radio. We're talking about random things. We're on crack.com at the moment, and we're reading through the 29 things that made you, that these celebs did that lost you as a fan forever, courtesy of America's funny site cracked.com. Next up on the list is Jim Carrey. What's your thoughts on Jim Carrey before we go into this one?
I can't stand him personally.
You can't, you see,
I just don't find him funny.
he used to be funny, but I mean, he's been through a lot in life, and I know he's been through a lot in life on that and stuff, but he was 90s, he was like the epitome of 90s humour. If you go back and watch a 90s film, it's all about the Jim Carrey films in the 90s and that, and his humour hasn't kind of evolved from that, and he's wacky and he's zany, and I think he's good for kids films maybe, but like, he's going to be Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog, which again, that caused controversy when the trailer dropped for that last week, to the point that the director of the film's actually gone on record to say, we're going to go back and redesign Sonic the Hedgehog, so keep watching that space, because we could see a redesign Sonic the Hedgehog. I didn't really like it myself, to be fair. It didn't kind of remind me of the Sonic the Hedgehog that I knew. I know it's kind of going for a film thing.
Like it at all, did it?
Nah, it just didn't feel like a Sonic to me, so yeah. But anyway, Jim Carrey was one of those actors who I thought could do it all, until I followed him on Twitter and saw him peddling fallacies about toxins in vaccines. He clearly knows how to use a computer, how hard it is to do a little research rather than spread misinformation and stuff that he put like, they say mercury in fish is dangerous, but forcing our children to be injected with mercury in Thimerosal is no risk makes sense. And the actual answer behind that is it's actually a different kind of mercury. Hardly any vaccines contain thimerosal. And the vaccine thing is a controversial issue in America, because I know that there's a divided line there between parents that want to vaccinate and parents that don't want to vaccinate and that. And it's kind of the thing though, like when you get vaccinated, you know this as an adult, when you're getting vaccinated with anything, you're being injected with a sample of the actual virus as well as the antibodies and that, because your body has to acclimate to them circumstances and that. And yeah, you can have a pretty couple of rough days and people are allergic to it, but in the long run I'd rather be protected against it, than
a couple of days of feeling a little ill.
But it's not even that, it's the argument,
seriously ill.
It's the arguments that it's caused autism in children and everything like that. And again, it's like you gotta look in the age that we live in. It's the technological age that we live in, but we're coming off the back of the industrial age.
The numbers of autism actually went down though.
Well, you got to think of all the
At
toxins
one point.
that we pumped into the air
I don't know what it's doing now.
over the course of like 100 years of the industrial age and before that, you know. And then now we've gone into like the nuclear age. We went into the nuclear age a little bit, and we've got a nuclear power plant. There's a lot of like elements that could combine into making something like an outbreak happen and that. But everybody likes to pin it on the one thing, and it's like, it's this one thing that's making everybody sick, when it's like, well, actually we're pretty much turning our planet into a microwave. I mean, we're at the point of drilling into the planet to extort its natural gas with fracking and stuff, and it's not good. It's not good for the planet, so obviously it's not going to be good for us, really, is it? So it's kind of one of those, you know what I mean? It's a toughie.
Yeah.
It's a real topical subject, is that. So, you know, if you want to get involved in the topical subject, get in on it at Smile Radio Yorkshire, Twitter, Instagram at Smile Radio 3. Number 25, I was a huge fan of Aaron Eckhart until he shared that he'd gone to support a group of grieving parents to bump up his acting skills. The fact that he could sit there and blatantly use them like that, pretended to be one of them, and pretend to feel their pain, all in the name of method acting, is really disturbing to think about. I mean, that is pretty crazy, right? You rock into like a support group.
Taking it a bit far.
Yeah, it's like the lines between fiction and reality, and that, you know, it's the circumstances pretty horrible. You don't want somebody there that's pretended to be in that circumstance, and it relates back to the other thing that we were talking about a little while ago. And yeah, it's again, it's like for every grain of truth, there's 100 people out there that want to like blur that truth. We live in a really dangerous age because misinformation is so freely out there on the internet that people just believe the first thing that they see. If it's on the internet, they take it as gospel, and unfortunately it's kind of skewed the way that we kind of look at things, really, a little bit. Now at number 24, everybody's fan favourite here, I really used to like Kanye West until he put on that hat, Make America Great Again, and the writer just ended it with, well, you know why. And that's true. I mean, he was an avid Trump supporter. He's kind of backed up on it a little bit now, as much as everybody else kind of has and that, but you know, he kind of went out there. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump. Everybody kind of says, well, he says what he does, and he says all this, he says all that, but like, you know, you could say 100 things out there and do only one thing, and people will take it to credit that you've done that one thing. He's done that, but like, he said 100 other things that he hasn't actually done that would actually benefit us a lot more in the long run. It's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy.
It's an accident waiting to happen.
Again, I've got to express though,
It's like a ticking time bomb.
This is the views of ourselves here, and not the views of Smile Radio.
Myself,
So
yes.
yeah, just in case you're itching to rob a complaint in there, yeah, just complain away, and yeah, I'll take it on the chin. I don't really like taking stuff on the chin before Johnny drops that line in there, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. Right, at number 23, growing up, I thought Gene Simmons of Kiss was the coolest guy on the planet until I heard his opinion on mental health and suicide. For a putz 20-year-old kid to say, I'm depressed, I live in Seattle, his response to that was, F you, then kill yourself. I'm the guy who says jump. When there's a guy on top of a building who says that's it, I can't take it anymore. It's pretty harsh, isn't it? You know, mental health again. It's all these like modern day sort of subjects that people are actually starting to embrace, because I mean, before they were just taboo subjects and that, you know, oh, you're a little bit sad, you can get over it, whereas now it's like you're a little bit you're depressed and that, you know what I mean? And
it's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah,
this
is
just a little bit sad.
Well, that is, it's a very complicated situation. It's a very complicated topic because people have different levels of depression. It's not necessarily how you feel, it's who you could be that day. It's like different personality traits. It's like you could be cancelling appointments just because you don't feel like it. There's lots of different little things that cause depression and anxiety and sort of push people to that point where they think, you know what, I can't handle this. But you know, for that there is always like there are people out there to talk about it and that, you know, it's one of those that you're not alone out there as much as you always feel it. I mean, I go through it myself, I'm gonna openly admit that, but you know, it is kind of,
I know a lot of people that go through it, so
that's it. It's more common now than you would believe. So just remember, folks, if you're feeling down and you're feeling depressed, you are not alone out there. There are people out there, and they are willing to happy to chat to you. And I'm always one of them. You know, come chat to me. I'll tell you a few things
pick
about
up the
it.
phone,
Yeah.
give them a ring.
Well, you know, not phones. I don't do phones anymore. It's all Facebook Messenger, innit? You know what I mean? Anyway, number 22. I used to love Jackie Chan because of his stunt work, but I had no idea how fervently he supports the Chinese Communist Party. Despite being from Hong Kong, he stirred controversy for criticising both that city and Taiwan. Jackie Chan, man, I love him all round. His stunts and his special effects. I mean, he's the original stunt master, and he does all his own stunts. Was the guy that, you know, he couldn't get the insurance because he was that crazy with his stunts and stuff. And yeah, it's a shame that he's got that.
To be honest, though, can you really say you hate someone just because of what they politically believe?
No, I'm not like that, man.
Is that in itself right, though?
No, not really, because at the end of the day, everybody's got their own views.
That's the thing I get from that question.
Everybody's got their own principles. Everybody's got their own form of belief in that. And, you know, we've all just got to be open-minded and embrace that fact, I guess. You know what I mean? So, right, we should kick off with another song now. This next one on the list is what you're listening to in the background right now. It is from another featured artist here at Smile Radio. This next one is called Can't Speak, and it is by Broken Empire. I'm Richie J, and joined by Jonathan Edwards this afternoon. It's the featured artist, so yeah, boy.
All the world's collapsed.
I'm gonna comb my hair and brush my teeth. I'm gonna lay my favorite shirt out neat. Catch my train at 9:15. I'm watching people watching me. I'm getting supersonic, catatonic. Don't you wanna play with me? I'm dressed so ironic, gin and tonic. Paparazzi won't let me leave. Give me the glitterati. I want the glitter on me. Give me the glitterati. I want the glitter on me. I want my watches gold, my voice is rolled. I want my diamonds bought and my diamonds sold. Girls in heels but not too tall. I want my caviar in a heart-shaped ball. I'm getting catastrophic, plate tectonic, earthquake when I get in the zone. I'm talking 10 iconic, black demonic paintings hung up around my home. Give me the glitterati. I want the glitter on me. Give me the glitterati. I want the glitter on me. I'm getting supersonic, catatonic. Don't you wanna party with me? I'm dressed so ironic, gin and tonic. Paparazzi won't let me leave. I wanna do no work and reap rewards. I wanna fly to Mars on a gold Concorde. I want a million likes, Mercedes Benz. I wanna take advantage, take for granted all of my friends. I want my watches gold, my voice is rolled. I want my diamonds bought and my diamonds sold. I want every single person taking pictures of me. Give me the glitterati. I want the glitter on me. Give me the glitterati. I want the glitter on me. I'm getting supersonic, catatonic. Don't you wanna party with me? I'm dressed so ironic, gin and tonic. Paparazzi won't let me leave. Give me the glitterati.
When you stay on your own cause you can't get drunk, lose your one target to an Air Max Punk. I'll keep going even out of luck, could just keep on drinking cause my life don't suck. You don't run pickle, take away, speak to us. Teenage youth don't know what it's like to be us. You young, dumb, give up, take away, speak to us. Teenage youth don't know what it's like to be us. Probably cause she hit it through a steamy, messy, drunken. When you see someone, she be checking you out. Take a drink and a friend till you pass out. Slur the words to the girls who tell me not to shout, and I can't miss a beat if I wanna stay out. keep on drinking cause my life don't suck. You don't run big or take wheels, speak to us. Teenage youth don't know what it's like to be us. You young, dumb, give or take wheels, speak to us. Teenage youth don't know what it's like to be us. She was a lonely child, didn't get it right. Probably cause she hit it through steamy, messy, drunken night.
Welcome back to the Featured Artist Show. It's Smile Radio. It is Tuesday. I finally got there with it. I finally remembered the day. It's Tuesday because the bank holiday. It's messed me up royally. I've got to admit, I am proper royally.
Well, at least you didn't get to Friday this time.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't quite got to Friday. Just give me a bit of time and I'll get there soon. I will get there soon, I promise you. But hey, we're reading through the 29 celebrities that, you know, have done things that would make you instantly, like, lose interest in them. It's really interesting listening to Johnny's responses to some of these because he is, like, slowly digging his hole deeper and deeper as the show goes on. I'm absolutely loving it. And the next one, it kind of relates to gaming a little bit, so it ties in a little bit with what we're all about here at the Game Boys. In 2011, Marcus Notch Pearson was the creator of one of the greatest video games ever, a hero to nerds everywhere. Do you know what he sold? Do you know what he created?
No.
He is the creator of Minecraft. Now, selling Minecraft must have broken him. It must have broken him or something, because the next time he came to the attention was when he started tweeting about reverse sexism and white genocide. Wow.
Wow.
At number 20, this one put, I used to be a big fan of Ronda Rousey until I discovered her transphobic remarks. She can try hormones, chop a pecker off, but it's still the same bone structure a man has. It's an advantage. It's not fair. This is not only untrue because hormone therapy reduces bone density in trans women, it also reveals an obvious fear. Oh, hi Mum, how are you doing this afternoon? Got a visitor here with my mum now, she's just turned up for the day. At number 19, I used to enjoy Alicia Silverstone include this Batman and Robin as Batgirl. Nobody really enjoys Batman and Robin. How can you say that? That's just a straight up lie, you know this. But after I found out Alicia feeds her son Bear by chewing and spitting food into his mouth like a baby bird, I just couldn't enjoy those movies anymore. Would you let Alicia Silverstone spit into your mouth, Johnny?
No. No. I know what you're hinting at here, but no.
I'm not hinting at nothing. It's the clean family show is this one. But yeah, no, alright. At number 18, I used to think Reese Witherspoon was sweet, like most of the characters she plays. My opinion changed when she has since had a drunken rant when her husband was arrested for a DUI and pulled out the "Do you know who I am" card. Oh, that's a big no-no. Have you tried that yet? Like with your radio status, like the "Do you know who I am" yet?
No. See, the first problem he made was believing someone is like the characters they play. Yeah. That's the first problem, right there.
Straight up, it's like, yeah, do you know who I am? No, actually, I kind of don't, sorry. But yeah, at number 17, this is entry, I love this, that most of them have got wacky names, but this guy's just called Gareth. A normal infidelity scandal isn't enough to sour me on an artist's entire body of work. This is what made Joss Whedon's fit worse than normal in the fact that he preyed on significantly younger women when he was in a position of power over, and that he countered his wife's suspicions by cloaking his infidelity in the language of feminism. So not only did he pretend to be a feminist, he was also a bit of a dirty boy, was our Joss Whedon, also known as creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and director of Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron. Oh, that's a big one. At number 16, I used to binge on Tony Robbins' motivational books until he started blaming the Me Too movement for making it harder for male CEOs to recruit female workers. That was when I decided to look for another life coach. It's one of these. That's a bit of a tough one because, like, you know, the whole.
That could go either way, though.
Yeah, I mean, the whole movement did kind of make it harder, I guess, for people to sort of employ because, like, again, it's like what I was going into. Like, for every one grain of truth, there's a lot of untruths in there. There's a lot of grains of untruths in there as well. So it kind of makes it harder because it's like you got to gauge whether or not that person's likely to be the person that's going to say something about you that's not necessarily true. You know, so it's kind of, it's one of those, isn't it? It's a bit of a hard one to sort of discuss.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up on the list this afternoon is the Featured Artist Show here at Smile Radio. We've got 30 minutes left to go until we're off air. Let's play another song on the mix list. We have got Drew Davies, and this is Man on the Run.
this love. You're the real thing. But I have to sing about your poison words and the lies you spin. Now you got me inside, and I'm your man on the run, and always a higher gun, yeah. And now you got me inside, and I'm your man on the run, and always a higher gun. Yeah, you've left me in the cold. I wanted us to go away alone, and how you pushed me to the edge. Yeah, yeah, you made a meal out of me just to scratch an itch. Oh yeah, now you got me inside, and I'm your man on the run, and always a higher gun, yeah. And now you got me inside, and I'm your man on the run, and always a higher gun. We're gonna see the rain. We're gonna see the rain. We're gonna see the rain fall down. We're gonna see the rain. We're gonna see the rain. We're gonna see the rain fall down. Now you got me inside, and I'm your man on the run, and always a higher gun, yeah. And now you got me inside, and I'm your man on the run, and
That one there was Third Time Lucky and That Day. Great track there. Before that was Drew Davies and Man on the Run. You've been listening to the Featured Artist Show. We've been going through the 29 reasons that celebrities turned you off of them and stuff. But we've actually got to the point of the show where we're going to have to leave it on a cliffhanger. You know, like great sequels always do. We're going to end on a high note with a little bit of a cliffhanger to draw you in, obviously, for next show. So, yeah. So, from me, you can catch me again on Thursday night with the GameboyZ. Same with Jonathan Edwards, who I have been graciously...
Did you nearly say Wednesday again?
I did nearly say Wednesday again. It's because we keep changing days. I'm not used to it. I've got to admit, but yeah. So, yeah. Catch me again then. Don't forget, if you've missed this show, you can catch it again on demand. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and all good podcasting sites. Look us up, Smile Radio Yorkshire. Give us a follow. If you would like the music from today on my playlist, you'll be able to check me out on Spotify and give us a follow for the playlist and check out these great tunes that we've been playing on there also. So, yeah, catch me again on Thursday, 9 PM. Goodbye from me. Over to you, Johnny.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll catch you on Thursday, and yeah. Let's hope the boys are back in town.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista. Yeah, right. So we've got 2 tracks to end the show on today. First up, we have got Freya Roy, because, we had a little bit of a technical error when we played the last track, so we're going to have Midnight Train, which is another one. She's from Norwich, so yeah, from Jam's neck of the woods. And then after that, we're going to end the show with a bit of Cyanide Sundae. Featured Artist Show here on Smile Radio. We'll be back again next week. We won't tell you what day. We'll keep it as a surprise. Stay tuned.